All right, guys, estamos aquí in Peru. We are here in Peru. We are in Huacachina, one of the best places on the planet to go skiing, sand skiing. So let's go. Alright guys, so we are back with another video. We are in Peru, and as you can see, it started out with me, Nika, Nate, and Amy for the first part of this trip, heading to Huacachina, which is a whopping 6-hour bus ride. You actually head to Ica, and then from there you can take a taxi, which is only about 10 to 15 minutes to Huacachina. And that's what took up the majority of our first day. We got to see the sunset. And we called it an early night because we had to be up early because we were heading a few hours over to Nazca to see the Nazca Lines, a UNESCO World Heritage site where they actually don't have a confirmation as to how these were built and why, but we also got to meet with an archaeologist and got to check out some of the tombs and mummies that are located in Nazca as well. And by the way, did I mention you can only view these lines in the sky, so we had to head to the airport. No, I can't lie, I don't really get motion sickness, but being on a small plane that's making these like sharp turns, I was pretty nauseous. Everybody else was also pretty nauseous, but some of the lines, some of the shapes that we saw included a condor, which is a large bird found in the Andean region, a spider, this one that they call the spaceman, you'll see why he kind of looks like a spaceship, and then a ton of other lines as well. I think one of them, I thought one of them looked like a hummingbird. It could have, I think it was also a condor. But super interesting. We had a guide on the plane with us that was explaining everything to us, and the whole thing was about 45 minutes if I'm not mistaken. After flying over the Nazca Lines, we headed over to our next stop to a pottery studio to learn about the ceramics made by the Nazca people, and also meet John, our archaeologist and guide for the day.
Well, the most beautiful ceramics around the world is made from Nazca civilization. This pottery, my friend, it has 2,000 years. You can touch, it's an original. And still today, archaeologists from different universities, Cambridge, Oxford, Manchester, they want to know the secret. How the Nazca civilization made the potteries 2,000 years ago with this technology, because you can see the colors, look at the shine and bright. After 2,000 years, still today is in good condition. How did the color? And
Entonces, ¿ya vieron?
well, you can see.
Están viendo la cerámica original, muy brillante, muy liso. Esa es la técnica, precocción técnica.
Something very interesting for archaeologists around the world is the Nazca pottery, it has the bright and shine. And how is it possible to get this 2,000 years ago?
Señores, algunas cerámicas originales son tan finas como las porcelanas.
Some of the pottery are very fine, like a porcelain.
La porcelana es técnica china, asiática.
Porcelain is a technique from China, Asia.
Los asmayólicas azulejos son técnicas de Europa.
And Europa, they had another method and technique.
Tile. Pero los ceramistas chinos y los europeos se necesitan doble fuego, doble cocción su cerámica para que salga como conocemos.
But the ceramics from China, they needed two times fire, two times.
¿Sí? Euro, Asian, doble cocción, doble fuego.
And from Europe ceramics also they need two fighting.
Nuestros antepasados y nosotros con una sola cocción, con un solo fuego, logramos este trabajo.
But the Nazcas just with one fire only, they get this work.
Original copia.
Original.
En este taller elaboramos solamente copias, empleando todo igual que hace 2000 años.
But
Ceremonial religioso.
this is beautiful. Look at this, amazing. This is religious ceremonial.
Brindaban, rompían ofrenda para los dioses.
It's original, my friend. In ancient time, the Nazcas drink the water and then destroy the pottery in the name of the god.
Ornamental decorativo.
Decorative of the ornamental.
Al inicio dibujaban geometría.
This is very interesting for archaeologists around the world. And we know the Nazcas and Incas don't have evidence about writing, no writing. But the Nazcas, they painted all, the society on the pottery. At the beginning, the Nazcas painting
Geometría.
geometrical design.
Perfeccionando más naturaleza, costumbres, la vida cotidiana.
And then evolution, they painting more nature, trees and the plants.
Pero llegan a lo máximo, a lo superior y crean dioses mitos domésticos.
And we have domestic ones, like plates,
Y por último, los instrumentos musicales.
And then finally we have the musician instrument made in clay 2000 years ago. Tornadoes is good for Nazca Lines because clean.
Oh, I was gonna ask if the sandstorm can mess it up.
No, it's good for Nazca Lines.
There's two. You see them?
Yeah.
Can you walk into one?
There's a couple. Like you can see.
No, it's far away. It's far away.
Now, this next part was very interesting. This is John's specialty, what he studied as an archaeologist. We get to see actual mummies and the tombs.
White human bones on the surface. In the year 1960, 1950, many grave robbers came to this area looking for treasure, and they half excavated, and they found the mummy. They pick up the mummy throw away. They don't care the mummy. They are looking for piece of gold, pottery, textile, my friend. That is the reason why you see 80% of the cemetery has been damaged.
Oh, that's so sad.
An original tomb, 2,000 years, the mummy in good condition, but obviously this kind of evidence is very interesting for archaeologists because we can see how was the mummification 2,000 years ago. Look at the mummies in fetal position. It's original mummy. On the left side, you can see the mummy baby. Mummy baby, you see the baby? But look at the hair. The hair, 2 meter long hair.
Wow.
2 meter long hair. And then I will show you another mummy, 3 meters long hair. 3 meters.
Oh,
But-
they had bust downs.
But you can see also the material, the construction of the wall is made of mud bricks or bricks made of clay. This is completely different of the Inca, because obviously Nazca is a civilization before Incas, 2,000 years.
I rest the moon.
But look at the textile, look at the color textile, green color, yellow, brown, black, red color. 5 colors. This is one of the biggest mysteries for archaeologists. Why, after 2,000 years, this color in good condition? And today, we buy our clothes with 1 year is bleach. Okay, 3 years. This is 2,000 years. What kind of technology they had? What kind of science they knew? And this is the mystery for archaeologists. But I tell you, the wood, this piece of wood, this is the guarango wood. The tree we saw before, this is guarango. It's original 2,000 years. But do you remember about, I was talking the trophy head?
Yeah.
Trophy head?
Yeah.
I'm going to explain you right now about this human sacrifice. Nazca civilization, they were living in this area, Nazca Valley. But at the same time, from the highland came another civilization. The name is Wari. Remember, Wari. Wari was a kind of empire before Incas. But the Wari warriors came from the highland. And they were fighting against the Nazca warriors. For example, she's my enemy. She's a Wari warrior. Me, Nazca warrior. My friend, in one of these wars, when the Nazca warrior kill an enemy, then chop off the head of enemy. Okay? And then, but please, remember, the knife, archaeologists we have found in excavation, the knife no metal. The knife 2,000 years ago has been made of black stone. The name is obsidian.
Oh, yeah.
Obsidian is a volcanic rock which only can be found 2,000 meters over the sea level. Nazca is only 500 meters over the sea level. That it means the Nazca people they needed to walk many days to extract this mineral. Okay? But well, and then with this knife, a hole has been made up on the forehead, here exactly in the middle of the forehead, and then the brain come out, and then with a rope, goes pass through the hole, and the rope inside has been tied to the tongue. Tied to the tongue. Yeah. Why? Because the head had to be, hanging. Okay, hanging this. And sometimes the lips has been sewn up with cut to thorn. Cut to thorn 10 centimeters. Through the lip and the eyes. And this Nazca warrior, in one of the ceremony, this trophy head was tied around this.
Native Americans used to do that. They would scalp them and wear scalp.
That's crazy. Exactly. If this warrior killed 4 enemies, 1, 2, 3, 4, in one of the ceremonies, this Nazca warrior with a weapon here, and he was hanging the trophy head like this. Brutal. And 1,000 of this trophy head has been found around the Nazca Valley. Well, this is another style of hair, okay, like a rasta. Okay, but in this case, this tomb is not for a family. These are individual tombs.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, when it's for a family, it's only one block. You can see the walls are divided, different tombs. But you can see this is a fragment of the pottery. Definitely, this pottery it has a capacity for maybe 30 liters, 20 liters. But sometimes the big potteries contain mummies inside the pots. Yeah, it's another system of mummification. Yeah, and you can see also sometimes the Nazcas they build the walls and at the same time plaster the floor. Okay, is plaster revested 3 centimeters clay, and then the mummy is put inside. Okay, that is part of the construction.
Wasn't that super interesting? That was just, we didn't even realize that was included in the tour that we were doing. But after parting ways with John, we started to head back to our hostel. We stayed at Wild Rover, which is a party hostel. Gets a little crazy, and we had a good time. Had some drinks. We were dancing for a bit. I may or may not have entered a dance competition. Came in 3rd. Did pretty good. But then we called it a day. It was a pretty long day. That, and we had to be up at like 4 in the morning because we were going sand skiing and sandboarding at sunrise with our new buddy Dito, who I'll introduce to you guys during this segment.
I mean, I had them, but I never really knew how to use them. Why are we going to the steepest part?
You need to wax on and wax off before every single run. Because if we don't, just doesn't go anywhere. Just stuck in the sand. And we have to do this process for every single run. Every single run, bam, wax on and then wax off.
They're waxing on and off.
Karate kids.
Wax off.
All right, guys. As you can see, covered all this your face with wax, right?
Oh goodness. I don't even think so. Okay. Oh shit!
I got that on video.
Heels maybe? I don't know.
That was fast.
Nate, what are you visualizing this time?
Not falling. You know, I'm just gonna go out there, be successful.
Yeah.
You know, I'm Norwegian at heart, so this is like nothing to me, you know. I just think of the sand as white, pure powder, and I go down there and I call out to my Viking ancestors. That's what I gotta do,
Thank you for your commentary.
of course. Are you okay?
Got it. Yeah.
Let's go. On to the next.
Wait, did I fall on that last one? Let's go! Rebel gives you wings.
Don't even.
Alright guys, now let me introduce you to the man that made this whole tour possible, Dito.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Dito Victor Chavez, 4-time Summer World Champion and also rider from the national Peruvian team of snowboard cross. And we are here in Huacachina in my shop, Dito Sonic Sports. So if you one day come to Huacachina, I will show you the best spot in sandboarding here, not only for sandboarding but also for sand ski, giving you all the tips and tricks you would need to know before riding on sand. Because it looks similar, but it's not the same. You have to lean back more, all right? So all of you guys are very welcome to Huacachina, and also not only to enjoy the buggy riding, but also ski, sandboarding, and little upper ski. Well, I could say that sandboarding it's part of my life because since I was a kid, I grew up doing this, so this is my passion, and also right now it's a lifestyle. So doing this also I can live. Like I mix the sport with the business. I think which is the best way. The energy in Huacachina it's super nice. It's super positive. So this is why I love it. So that's why from here, from Huacachina, for all of you, you're very welcome to my office, to my house, to show you how to do it on sand. So everybody, welcome to Huacachina, and see you in the run, see you in the slopes.
And just like that, after a crazy morning, we packed our bags and made the trek back to Lima. And we had the night to ourselves. We kind of just grabbed dinner and headed in because we were up super early from sandboarding. But before meeting with the group, around noon, we did this crazy offshore excursion off the coast of Lima to swim with sea lions, which you'll see here in a second. And I'll be totally honest, for the first time in my life, I think I would not recommend doing a tour. It was just, I've never been seasick in my entire life. I've been on boats, grown up by the water, like, have never had a problem. Amy as well, and the two of us were both pretty seasick. The smell was ratchet. Like, I was just nauseated by the smell. That with the seasickness was not my favorite thing. The water just did not feel clean. You can hear Amy, like, wishing she was in, like, the Caribbean waters. And yeah, you could just watch and you'll see our reactions.
Give me your butt.
Tug yourself. Which one is you? I'm the one that's went.
We are up right now.
Here we are in the Peru Ocean. Look at these beautiful beasts of nature.
Amy, Nate, come this way. I'm sorry.
Alright guys, I didn't shoot an outro, so I'm in the Grand Canyon right now. This is months after this trip. I'm really bad with editing. This is my sister.
Doing my hair.
Yeah, so next video that will be out will be the Peru group trip. You guys just watched the first part with Huacachina in the desert with just Nate, Amy, Nika, and I. So be on the lookout for that. And you'll see what my foreshadowing comment was with Nate. So stay tuned, and as always, let's go see the world.
Yay for Peru.